Welcome to Broken Bushcraft. Today we're going to be talking about Fatwood, how to use it, where to find it, and why it's absolutely wonderful. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and let's kick this off. What is Fatwood? Well, Fatwood is the wood that has been impregnated with sap because the pine tree died. So as it died, all the sap came down towards the roots. The roots kept trying to push it up, but it wasn't going anywhere, so it just gets stuck in the tree. Fatwood is naturally wind resistant, water resistant. That didn't work very well there, but it does light up well. It's a great fire starter, great fire assist, and once it gets going, it'll burn for a long time. Now, a problem with burning Fatwood or any kind of pine is if you're cooking over it. You do not want to cook over pine. If you used Fatwood to start your fire, obviously you want to wait till you get the coals down, then you could cook over it. But pine will leave a resin on your food, it'll leave a resin on your pots or your cups, whatever. So start your fires with it, but don't cook with it. Don't make marshmallows with it. Let's go find some. I know where it is. Where are you going to find Fatwood? Well, Fatwood is in these dead pine trees. The closer you get to the base or to the root system, the better it is. If the tree's been cut down, that sap is still pushing up into there. If it's fallen down like this because of the wind, then it could be down that direction because there's a slope, but go still to the root or as close to the base as possible. Now understand, when you are looking for Fatwood around these dead fall trees, look up, make sure there's no widowmakers, but this is also where all the creepy crawlies live. You have your snakes, your spiders, your centipedes, everything else that's living in here. So be careful when you are going through this area. Now if you look where the glove is over there, that's a tree I pushed over a little bit ago. It was dead, so that means all the sap had pulled down to the bottom and everything that was pushing up kind of met in the middle, right in there. So I'm going to cut that out and see what's in the heartwood. I said go close to the root. Tear away all the dead stuff, make it a little easier for you. But you're going to know when there's Fatwood in here. Obviously it's pretty solid. When you're cutting into it and all of a sudden your blade feels like it hit a rock. So I'm going to cut right here and see what we get, because that kind of gives me a picture from what's here to down to here. While you're sawing, you're going to smell that Fatwood, that turpentine kind of smell, pine saw kind of smell. Woohoo, doggy. Nice. All right. Look at that. All that right there. That's a lot. So you see how close those rings are? Oh, that's great. Looks petrified. There's a shine to it. And I bet it flakes off more than it cuts. So that means from here down to here, or here down to that base root is Fatwood. I'm not going to take all this. I'm just going to take what I need. To break the Fatwood down, we're going to baton it. So you see this is almost Fatwood from edge to edge, but I want it in usable pieces. So I'm going to kind of split this in different ways. The Fatwood's all broken down into more manageable pieces. Now the reason I break it down to manageable pieces is because I want to start thinking how I'm going to use this. Am I going to make toggles out of it? Am I going to make tent pegs out of it? What am I going to use this for? So I want it to have more than one function. You know how to break down the Fatwood now. You know where to find it. Just because you find a source of Fatwood, don't take it all. Leave it for somebody else or leave it for a later date. But use what you can use and leave what you don't need. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the woods. Time to get to work.